Hey guys, my name's Jake,
I'm George.
and today we're going to break down some of the key elements to Iron Maiden's The Trooper and show you how it was built. So one of the most common techniques that Iron Maiden uses in songwriting is called the gallop technique. It's a very simple rhythmic technique used across a lot of different metal songs. It's just an eighth note followed by two 16th notes, and you repeat it over and over again, and it goes something like this. And you'll notice that the main riff of The Trooper just follows that along the whole time.
When the rhythm guitars aren't busy playing the Trooper's iconic guitar riffs and harmonized leads, they're generally providing the supporting gallop rhythm using the root 5 power chords. For the most part, the chord progressions are only outlined or implied. The only clear chord progressions are played in the rhythm guitars underneath the solos. The chord progression underneath the first guitar solo is E5, D5, B5, C5, D5, and then back to E5. This chord progression is just a walkdown of the E natural minor scale using the root 5 power chords. On the way down, the rhythm guitar skips the C5 chord. Once the chord progression reaches the 5 chord in the key of E, it walks back up with a quick turnaround, utilizing the C5 chord, which is skipped over on the way down. The second solo section transposes the same chord progression down a perfect fifth to the key of A natural minor. That same chord progression is A5, G5, E5, F5, G5, and then back to A5. The relationship between the chords remains fixed from the E minor section, but the whole pattern shifts to the key of A minor. As you can hear, the chord progression sounds the same, just centered around a different key.
The first solo in The Trooper, played by Adrian Smith, is almost entirely in the E minor pentatonic scale. This solo is definitely the more melodic of the two. It focuses more on like bends and vibrato, holding out notes, and then a couple like different licks in between. They're just broken up into blocks. Here's the first one. The next lick's fairly commonly used by most metal guitarists, and not even limited to metal really. Just a simple little lick using hammer-ons and pull-offs, and just limited to 2 strings. Here's that one. So all of the main licks in this solo are connected by just simple pentatonic runs, and then towards the end there's a harmonized lead, which is pretty typical of Iron Maiden. They love 3rd and 4th harmonies like no other, and then it's just finished off by a simple pentatonic descending run.
The second guitar solo, played by Dave Murray, follows the rhythm guitar's transposition down to the key of A minor and leans heavily on the minor pentatonic scale for much of its content. The minor pentatonic scale in its first position sounds and looks like this. Dave Murray also adds some chromatic passing notes to fill in the spaces between the notes of the minor pentatonic scale. The addition of these extra passing notes adds a slight bluesy feel to the otherwise safe sound of the pentatonic scale. Both solos use a number of different techniques that are easy to incorporate into your own guitar solos. Trills are a big feature of the second solo in particular. Additionally, large bends and vibrato are used pretty liberally throughout. Trills, bends, and vibratos are great techniques that every guitar player can use to spice up their guitar solos and add some flashy embellishment. Last but not least, when you're analyzing any song, it's important to take a close look at the form or structure of the song. The Trooper is pretty straightforward in that regard. In reality, there are only 6 different musical blocks that are arranged to form the foundation of the song. If you find yourself struggling to write new music, analyzing the form of songs written by your favorite musicians can be a great way to get your creative ideas flowing again. You might even learn that some of your favorite songs are much simpler than you previously thought. To illustrate how you can use these ideas and techniques, we wrote and recorded our own song in the style of Iron Maiden. Enjoy!